Good, happy Thursday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, Keen teen's name shows up on terror watch list. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Malkin Cadillac is celebrating America's best, like the all-new 2017 Cadillac ATS. Lease for $366 a month. This is luxury. This is Cadillac. This is McMalkin Cadillac.
That's 14-year-old Peter Haas where he belongs, in the batting cages at baseball practice. Not, his family says, on an international database containing the names of known or suspected terrorists.
It's pretty alarming to hear this.
Alarming considering Peter is still in braces, not even old enough to drive, known as the rule follower in his family of 4. Yet when he was passing through Logan International Airport last week to fly to Florida on a baseball trip,
They said my pass was flagged and they would have to take me aside for extra screening and a pat down.
then began searching everywhere.
Kind of opened up his phone to see if there was anything there, and then rubbing him down for bomb residue and that kind of stuff. This wasn't a routine thing, but this was him on a watch list.
Peter was eventually allowed to board and said agents were pleasant and helpful throughout. As for how his name even ended up on that list, the FBI Boston division told News 9 it couldn't comment on Peter's case. Meanwhile, he's already looking ahead to upcoming trips, hoping he'll be clear to take.
So we're hoping that, I can get into everything without any trouble.
Scary for him. They say they're taking this as a learning experience. Peter and his family have already filled out the paperwork to try and clear his name. The Haas family says they were in contact with Senator Maggie Hassan's office in the hope of getting his name off this list. Senator Hassan's office confirming they're helping the family. Live in the studio, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
All right.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Two shot, one critically near Boston Transit Center. Two people were shot outside a busy transit station in Boston's Roxbury neighborhood Wednesday night, authorities said. Boston police said the victims were shot in the area outside Dudley Station. Police say one of the victims had life-threatening injuries, while the second victim had non-life-threatening injuries. Sources said multiple shots were fired at the scene. No additional information was immediately available. Acton man killed by estranged wife, police say. Let's take a listen to this video.
This is Mariana Hewitt. I am partnering with Tresemme and I am heading to New York Fashion Week. I always see Tresemme backstage. All the professionals are using their products to create these amazing runway looks, and I am so excited to show you guys all the backstage beauty. Go to my channel to check out some hair tips for looking great all day.
They are classifying what happened here at the home as a homicide. They say that the death of Scott Whalen, who's 42 years old, he was a resident here at the home, and they say that there were witnesses there, and they are going to continue conducting interviews with those witnesses to find out exactly what happened inside the home. Now, Scott Whalen was transferred to the hospital with severe injuries earlier this afternoon, and he did die as a result of those injuries. So again, we just finished with that press conference. The police are going to continue the investigation, continue talking to the many witnesses that they say was inside this home, and they are continuing that investigation. It sounds like we do have sound from the press conference that just wrapped up a moment ago, so we'll go to what the police finished telling us just a minute ago.
We have a number of witnesses that we're in the process of interviewing now that were eyewitnesses to what occurred here. I can't provide any names or disclose any information at that point.
So again, as you just heard, that they are conducting those interviews of those witnesses. So Scott Wayland did succumb to some injuries that were happening here, and that they are conducting those interviews. Now, his autopsy is going to be conducted tomorrow, and it's possible that the state police could have more information and a cause of death after that autopsy tomorrow. So we'll stay on the story and find out if there's any further details about what happened inside this home in Acton. Live in Acton, Kyle Jones, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Okay. Goldman Sachs, this reform would stem much of China's net outflows. China has labored under continuous outflows the past couple of years, but reform its bond market could reserve the current, Goldman Sachs said in a note on Wednesday. Trump administration reserves transgender bathroom guidance. The Trump administration on Wednesday night sanctioned Obama era guidance directing schools to allow transgender students to use the bathroom that matches their gender. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday. See you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.